everyone! Welcome to Perfectly Planned Content's Writing Wednesday video series, where we dive into the power of words and the many ways that writing can impact your business. My name is Lauren Keller. I'm the Director of Content Writing and Strategy at Perfectly Planned Content, and I'm thrilled to bring you a monthly video series completely dedicated to the craft of writing. So let's get started. The workplace is always dictated by rules, written or not, about how we should behave and conduct oneself. But as many successful business owners know, following all of the rules to a T doesn't automatically lead to success. Sometimes you have to break the rules. That might be challenging for some of you to hear, especially myself if you thrive in order and structure, but breaking some of the rules can actually help you advance your career by thinking outside of the box, altering the status quo, or creating a new set of standards. As Pablo Picasso said, learn the rules like a pro, so you can break them like an artist. Writing, like painting, is an art form. And today, I'm going to show you 3 writing rules that you should consider breaking in your content. The first, never start a sentence with a conjunction. And my answer to that would be, but why? Right? So there's been too much red ink spilled over this particular rule. Your English teacher probably said that that was not proper grammar. And so to figure out why this is a faux pas, let's look at the definition. A conjunction is a part of speech used to connect phrases or clauses. And as such, this definition implies that it should be a continuation of a sentence, as opposed to the start of a new one. Top examples of conjunctions are and, but, so, or. The list could probably continue on here. But beginning a sentence with a conjunction is seen as informal or conversational. So these aren't bad. It doesn't necessarily equate to an error. It just indicates a style preference. When you're blogging, readers tend to prefer this more conversational tone. It's the whole write like a human idea. So starting with a conjunction won't faze them. This rule boils down to what nearly all writing rules do. Know your audience. If you're writing a PhD dissertation on the economic effects of coupons, you will likely take a more formal tone than if you're writing a blog post about creating a family budget. Know your audience and don't be afraid to start sentences with a conjunction. Rule number 2, avoid sentence fragments. People talk in fragments all the time. Why? Because they're often used to communicate an idea, add drama or intrigue to a dialogue or conversation, bring more rhythm or cadence to a piece, or suit a certain writing style. One thing is for sure, sentence fragments are informal, and they aren't right in every situation. So what makes a sentence a fragment? It means that it's not a complete sentence. And to be a complete sentence, you need to have 3 things: a subject, a verb, and a complete thought. Let's look at an example of a sentence to see if this is a fragment or not. Under the late May sun, I read until I forgot the time. Now this is a complete sentence, but if the sentence simply said, under the late May sun, that isn't a complete sentence because there isn't a verb, it's a prepositional phrase. And while sentence fragments should most often be avoided in formal and academic settings, they can thrive in other types of writing, such as blogging, TV, books, or other creative genres. There are several examples of sentence fragments, from Shakespeare to theater to even big marketing brands as well. So your sentences don't always have to be complete to accurately portray an idea to your audience. Sometimes it might be better if they're not. And the third idea is to don't end a sentence with a preposition. How many times have you heard this? How many times has you seen a red circle around your paper to say you cannot end a sentence with a preposition? Well, like all of the rules that we have talked about this morning, that's not necessarily the case. It's all about your style preference. Prepositions signal a noun's relationship to other words. So they're parts of speech that let you know what everyone else in the sentence is doing. They often indicate space or time. So a few examples here are with, by, after, on, in, and through. So let's take a look at a couple of sentences to see these parts of speech in action. This week, work has been too much to deal with. Who should I give this book to? And turn the TV on. There's nothing grammatically incorrect about any of those sentences. They just carry a slightly more casual tone. So the bottom line is write what you will, break some rules intentionally, and have a little bit of fun. Because not all writing rules are bad. It's important to know that some make a lot of sense, like vary your sentence structure, know your audience, prioritize simplicity, among others. But at the end of the day, it's all about choosing the words that best serve your work and your audience. Writing is an art form, so breaking the rules kind of comes with the territory. But when you decide to break the rules, do so with thought and intention. Don't be afraid to try something new. So get out there, start breaking some writing rules, and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time.